Who's disappeared? Is it Barry that's disappeared?
Buzzer.
Oh, hold on, let me. Jesus.
I'm here. I don't know what happened there.
What's that? What? Come on.
I don't know what happened there.
Hey, and welcome to the Amateur Footballer Unhinged show. Welcome. Hope everybody's well. My name is Tabrice, the host of the Amateur Footballer show. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hey, like the silver award. I know the sun is shining on it. I don't know if you can see. It's just a black screen. Can you guys see that?
Can't see anything.
Can't see anything. Typical. All right, there you go. Hey, you know what? I just want to say thank you to everyone that voted. I'm truly honored and blessed to actually come runner up in the category best non-league football creator. Thank you very much. Enough about me. Coach Barry at the top, who is the founder of Independent. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Good evening, Tabrice. Good evening, Nana. Good evening, Nana. Good evening, Barry.
Good evening, mate.
How is everyone? Everyone good?
Everybody's good.
Great.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Good to hear.
And then below me, we have Barry, who's the founder of the Ultimate Sports Network. It's a network of over 1,000 dedicated sports professionals. How you doing, sir?
3,000.
Oh, wow. There you go. 3,000.
I'm doing all right.
Good stuff. And also we have Nana, who's a level 4. Is it level 4 level 5? I always forget. Level 5 referee. Crazy amounts of experience either in the middle of the field or kind of also as the fourth official. Been playing football for God knows how many years, and he's now playing for Catford. How you doing, sir?
Fantastic.
Good stuff. So this show is literally, I'd say, a combination of you guys. I'd say this is a vet show. So again, we want as many vets, players, coaches, teams, just to come on, comments, questions. We need everything. Nonsense. Nano is back. Yes, 100%. We've literally missed. Oh,
this guy, man. This guy.
This is great. So again, if you can love grassroots football, if you love vets football, please click the like and subscribe button because I'll be doing a lot more stuff about vets. And again, this is literally, I say, an open forum for anyone to actually come into the show. I will literally put a studio link in the comments. So anyone that's representing next team, please come in. So how it's gonna go? Of course, Nana's gonna be talking about Catford, and I've got a few other guests that are waiting in the green room. And you know what? I'm gonna go, of course, with the player that came on first. Before I do anything, no, you know, I'm literally gonna wait. I am literally gonna wait until later. So I just want to thank Jamix for coming onto the show.
Well, go on, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, go on, Jamix.
What's going on, Nana?
Respect, man.
You
Mr.
good?
Barry. Tabrice.
How you doing?
Blessings.
Respect every time. Respect every time, Jamie.
Always.
Love the t-shirt. All
right, you know I've got to represent mine.
Represent.
So like Jam, could you kind of tell me like the team that you play for, and also could you talk about yesterday's game?
Well, as you know, I play for Independence Vets team. We had a cup game yesterday. Against I'm so terrible with the names of these teams.
Simon.
Seymour Villa, yeah?
Seymour. Yeah.
That's right.
Seymour Villa,
Yeah. Which is like a Division 6 team or something. And yeah, it was a crazy game. Crazy. Obviously we won, but I mean it was still a crazy game. Where should I start? Well, first of all, at least I'll say I respect to my gaffer because he put his hands up and said, you know what? I made a call and I won't be making that kind of call again. And I can respect that because to hear that from the gaffer You know, that's not regular thing. You get me? So I respect that. But I feel like because we knew we was playing a Division 6 team, man, them strolled up like it was already won. We weren't really up for it. We just thought, oh, this is easy, light work. We could do it with our eyes closed, and we made hard work of it. To be fair, made very hard work of it. You know, we didn't play our normal silky football. There was no pressing. There was nothing that we normally do. So and our finishing was horrendous. So yes, we won 2-0 in the end, which was excellent result for them because they thought they was going to get a hiding, which they should have got, to be fair. But it is what it is. We move on to the next round. Bring on Charcoal. We're ready, Phil. No.
So and again, had any questions from the panelists? Nana?
No, I think I didn't expect anything less than a hiding, to be honest. So, you know, we know what Independence is about. It's a very, very, very good team, and like I said a couple of weeks before, they are going to be there and thereabouts at the end of the season. You know, so it's great that they can get a result even when they are not playing well. Even without a keeper at the moment, you know, it's just a lot of the character of the team. So yeah,
Nathan in goal. That's crazy.
see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a team. It's a team.
But Nana, I miss you though, man.
Well, you
Right.
know.
Do I look like a girl?
No, but
Move on, man.
I miss you, bro. I can't take that. I cover my centre back all the time now.
Okay, well, we have a question from Mecca. So, Jam, this is a question for you. Sounds like the game didn't go too well. Is the team missing Nana's leadership?
I miss Nana because I'm used to having to cover him every game, but that's a different story. I just think that sometimes you can just take teams for granted. You can take things too easy and not be switched on enough. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what we did. We made lots of changes. We had our centre midfielder in goal. It was just crazy. But yeah, we got the victory. That's all that matters, really. We're on to the next round. And we definitely won't be playing that team against Charcoal.
So, do you think that the team went into it like the team went into the final?
Yes. Like it was already won. Like we didn't. It wasn't a game where we thought, yeah, come on, lads, big game today. It was like we turned up like, yeah, laughing and joking. You know what I mean? Like the warm up was half-hearted. Like, it wasn't turned on like usually. Do you know, like how do you say? You know, like when the ugly bird you get up for the ugly bird. Basically, no disrespect to Seymour Villas, but I'm just saying, he was the ugly bird, and we couldn't get up.
Yeah, that's Thomas.
That is definitely.
You know what?
Yeah, Coach.
I'm quite surprised at that because it's vets and Jamex, all of them. You're well experienced in these type of games. So with so much experience, vets playing to go into a game with that sort of attitude, and the management should have seen it from, like you said, the warm up was half-hearted. So I'm quite surprised you've got into a game.
Do you know what it is?
You're lucky to even get through the game like that.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, to be honest, I feel like even management thought, the 6 team, like so.
Management thought it was an easy game.
Huh? Say that again.
You said management. Management thought it was an easy game.
My personal opinion, I believe that even management thought, this is me a walk in the park.
Yeah.
To be honest, my gaffer put his boots on. My gaffer got on. Like, my gaffer never plays. My gaffer said, look, I want some of this. Well, you understand the levels. You understand me? From the gaffer feels like, yeah, you know, I'm going to get some minutes as well.
But who came on the pitch?
Excuse me?
Who played? Raymond or Paul?
Ray.
Raymond or Paul came on?
Ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and did Tabriz play?
Yeah, Tabriz plays still. It's not COVID. This guy, Tabriz. All right, listen. What I say is this: they never had a sniff at goal, not a sniff, yeah, until the last kick of the game when Tabriz decided to just bowl over this youth in the area and give him a penalty.
And yeah, you listen. You know what? And and I held my hands up right afterwards. I
You
said,
have no choice.
It was,
You have no
that
choice.
that was lazy defending.
Calamity to Breeze, eh?
It wouldn't have been right if he didn't do something, innit? He can't just have that perfect game. He has to do something. Like, typical, innit?
Yes, you know what? Literally, I could have owned up. It was a very strange game because we were leading 2-0 at halftime. And, we didn't score in a second, but we still got the result. Is it Bobby Black said got to send out the right message. A 2-0 win against Division 16 isn't scaring any of your opponents coming up.
Yo, we don't want no one to be scared of us. Just wait till you face us, innit? I don't have to talk about all of that. Forget all of that. We don't want to scare nobody. We're only human. Yeah? Anyone can win, anyone can lose. But we don't afraid of none of you lot neither. That's all you need to know. Independence.
I think when you have a very big squad as well, sometimes managers will want to use the full extent of the team, so that people who don't get minutes will get on it as well. So it could be some of the things that happened yesterday, but
Of course, but I'm different.
the most important thing is I know like there's some of us, we want to win every time, every game, that sort of thing.
Against a group of 10-year-olds, I'll play my first team and slap the crap out of them. That's just me personally, though. I'm not like no one else. I'm a killer. Yeah, that's how I see things. But I'm not the manager, so I have to just go along with whatever my manager decides, and I stand by them. It is what it is. We got to win.
Yeah.
Barry from Ultimate Sports Network. Any questions?
No. I was just listening and interested. What cup was it you played in?
Sutton Hospital Cup, BHC. What's that again?
That's a Beckenham Hospital Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, Beckenham. We had a discussion over. Yeah. Okay. Your cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Independent won it 2 times, isn't it? So
back-to-back winners, isn't it? Back-to-back winners.
Oh,
okay, so is this the first round or is it the second? What round are you in now?
Yeah, that's the first round, I believe. I think that's just the first
round.
round.
Yeah. That's the first one. And again, to be, let's kind of give our opposition a bit of credit. They actually defended well.
No, they didn't. We was terrible. Our finishing was atrocious. That's why we didn't score none in the second half. Let's be honest, man. Look, I don't Molly Condon, I don't sugarcoat nothing. Look, they turned up, they did their best, yeah, and they lost 2-0. They was very happy because they expected to get a real life hiding, and they should have. At the end of the day, they should have. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for that. And for me, if they scored even half the chances we had and we took the game more serious, I think they would have got a hiding. But I don't think they defended very well. I don't think they did anything well. It was very easy for us. Hence why they never got a sniff at goal until you bullied the boy in the area.
So what levels do you play each other? Is it level 7?
Huh? Sorry, say it again.
So Mel injured.
Yeah, Mel's done.
Is it Mel injured? So who was in goal? Who went in goal?
Nathan, our centre mid.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I truly hope Mel comes back fully recovered and quickly, because Mel's one of the best keepers in the league, and he will save you sort of at least 20 plus points in a season because he's in goal. So,
and a keeper only as good as their defenders. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, but he's the last man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a really good keeper. So
the last man, then that means the defenders are doing their job, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he's not in goal,
no. So they don't get so much chances.
Okay.
I joke.
No, I think what it is,
Jamex, you know how long he's out for?
Yeah, he's got about
about
6 weeks, they said. And he's been out for 2, I think, now. So he's got another 4 weeks. It's serious.
Oh, boy. Oh.
And keepers are the hardest position to fill.
Yeah.
At any level.
Yeah,
I know that.
And Emeka's come in and said 20 points nonsense. Nana has returned. Talking about Mel is a prime Peter Schmeichel.
Hey, he doesn't know Mel. He doesn't know Mel.
Yeah, he doesn't
So
know.
he can chat rubbish. He doesn't know Mel. So yeah,
No,
he can talk what he wants, but yeah, he's that keeper. He's that good.
I think personally, I think Mel will be back sooner. I think literally.
It doesn't make sense if him coming back sooner to just get injured again. So he's got to see it out properly. Make sure he's fully recovered before he comes back. If he comes back and he's not fully recovered, the slightest little thing is gone again. It doesn't make sense. So might as well we just go without him for as long as we need to for him to come back 100%. I don't need 80%, 70%, 100% or nothing. It don't make sense.
Well, fair point. Yeah. Jam, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Always. Bless you lot all, man. Everyone take care, man.
Thank
Yeah?
you.
Bless you, Jam.
And I'll see you on a Saturday.
If you turn up.
There you go.
Don't need that narrative right now. Don't need that narrative.
Oh boy.
Bless.
Bless up.
Yeah.
No, thank you to Jam. And then we have our next guest. We have Owen Williams coming straight in. Owen, how you doing, sir?
Good evening. Yes, good. Thank you. Yeah.
Good stuff. So, could you talk briefly about the team that you played for, played for, and also your result yesterday?
Okay, so I played for Herne Bay Vets, and we had our debut yesterday in the London Cup. Played against Old Peeps, who are currently leaders of Division 7. New team, I think, this season. And so far they'd won 4 in 4. We came down, played in Lewisham at AFC Lewisham's setup, which when we got there, I don't know if you guys probably all know that area. We saw that first pitch. We were like, wow, that's lovely. No, we're on the other pitch, yeah, which wasn't as good, but still nice surface. We got a win. We won 5-3. It wasn't a good game for both teams. There was good moments in the game for both teams, but overall it wasn't a good game. Obviously for them, they lost, so it wouldn't be good for them. For us, we know we didn't play anywhere near what we're capable of. We started slow. As a team, we didn't have a good game. But similar to what your man Jamex was just saying there, we got the win. Sign of all great teams. Something I think Nana said there as well, that, still we haven't played well, but we still get the win. So we move into the next round. But yeah, they had we went 2-0 up. First 10 minutes we were slow. Yeah, we were slow out of the blocks, and they were probably the slightly better team. And then we scored off a corner, arguably a little bit against the run of play, but went 1-0 up. Then we got another, and then we started to dominate a bit. Then we had what was a stonewall penalty, not given. Unbelievable it wasn't given. It was quite a shocking decision, actually. They went up the other end, got a really tame free kick, which they didn't score directly from the free kick, but within the play involved in that, they ended up getting back to 2-1. And then one of the most bizarre things happened I've ever seen on a football pitch. I've never seen this before. Our goalkeeper's taking a goal kick. It's gone into their half. They picked up the second ball, pushed it forward to their midfielder, and he's just inside our half. And he's rolled this pass towards our goal. And I remember when he did it, I thought, well, that's rubbish. That's not got. I don't know what he's trying to do there, but there's no pace on it. I knew where my man was. I knew he hadn't run behind me. So I was thinking, what's he done there? Looked around, and our goal was empty. Where's the keeper? We're like, where's the keeper? Couldn't actually see him. As I'm looking at the goal, I couldn't even see him in my periphery. Where's our goalkeeper? He'd run off the side of the pitch to kick a ball that had come on. Their midfielder obviously saw him over there and was just like, okay, I'll roll it in there. We're all going nuts at our keeper, obviously. He's trying to claim to the ref, I was trying to kick a ball off, but you know, nobody would be having that. They'd be like, mate, you got to stay in their goals. So they brought it back to 2-2, and that was how we went in at half time. We weren't happy about that, obviously, because we, went from being 2-0 up in control, and then then we came out in the second half. To be fair to the keeper, he did make amends. Made some good. He was commanding in his box, good distribution. I wouldn't say he was challenged a lot, but for the rest of the game, he did well. Took some steps towards redeeming himself. But yeah, we were the better team, and then we ended up, obviously we went 4-2 up. Then their best player, their number 9, their striker, really good player. He flip-flapped 2 of my teammates on 2 different occasions, sent them both back down the A2 each time. It was obscene seeing him. It was fair play to him. He was the 2 strikers and the 2 midfielders, all black lads. They were really good players. Without being rude to the rest of them, those 4 stand out as they should be playing at a different level. The rest of them weren't so great. This number 9 scored an absolute peach from about maybe 40 yards to me. So I'm a centre back as well, yeah. So you'd be in this position loads of times, right? This man's got the ball, and you're thinking, right, you're miles away from goal. I went, and you probably said as well, go on then, hit it. Hit it, turned around, it's gone top bins. Said to me, like, fair play, mate. Yeah, it was a beautiful strike. And so that made it a little bit nervous, but then we scored another quite soon afterwards. So yeah, not a great game for our standards. We know that. Nonetheless, got the win. We've been pulled out with Slade Green in the next round, I think.
Never heard of
Slade. They're in Division 5, not doing so well in Division 5, but we've got them on when's the next round? 6th of November, I think, isn't it, in the London Cup? Yeah.
6th of November.
So yeah, that was it. That was our start. Off to a winning start. Definitely room for improvement. We didn't have our full squad at all. So we've got about 60 players signed on within the club, but we run 2 teams. We've got a reserves and a first. Yeah? And so yesterday we had 4 of the reserves come play, and credit to them, they all held their own. One of them even got man of the match. He scored the first goal, and he deservedly got man of the match. The other 3 guys all did fantastic. So it gives our manager a bit of a headache now, because they've come and done a job, more than a job. They've been quite complicit in the way, implicit in the result. Now, what's he going to do in the next round when we maybe have some more of the first teamers available? Difficult one, but a good problem for him to have. Huh?
Yeah, nice one. Thank you for that more detailed analysis. Panelists, any questions for Owen?
I was going to ask Owen, how is your league going at the minute? How are you going in the league?
So, yeah, we're top, but we lost for the first time in about 2 seasons. So you might remember when I first came on the show that I said about last season, we literally won every single game we played in. Didn't lose, didn't draw, we won everything, yeah? And so that was me giving it Billy Big Balls, and that's what we'll just go in the London Cup. But anyway, the team who pushed us close last year, gave us a good game. They actually beat us 3 weeks ago, 2-0. So it was the first time we'd lost the game in a couple of seasons. It's about the first time in about 4, maybe 5 seasons that we'd not actually scored in a game.
Wow.
But we hit the post and bar, I think, about 7 times, and 3 of the times hit the post and it went right across the front of the goal. Normally that might hit the back of the goalkeeper, someone's like, none of that. It wasn't our day. We were the dominant team, but they stayed in it, and then they nicked it at the end, and we can't have any complaints. So long answer short, we're top still, Baz, but we did lose a game.
And are you in the market in the transfer window in January for a keeper?
we actually may well be. Sadly, the keeper who's playing for the reserves yesterday is some ex-pro. He used to play AFC Wimbledon and Croydon for quite some time, but he dislocated his knee yesterday. So yeah, he's going to be out for a while. So yeah, we actually are. Jokes aside, we could probably do with another goalkeeper.
Coach Barry, any kind of questions or comments?
I could just ask, evening, Owen.
Evening.
Just asking Owen, how many teams have you got, Owen? How many teams have you got, Owen?
Two teams, a first and a reserves. Did you get that?
My connection's bad tonight. Oh boy. Yeah, 2 teams.
2.
So do you use your reserve team as almost like a feeder team?
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, he's gone.
So what was the question, Therese?
So like you use your reserve team as a feeder team to the first team, and like any players who are coming back from injury, do they go down to the reserves?
Yeah, it does actually work like that. The challenge we have is though once you've played, or once any player has played 3 games for the first team, they can't then drop back down to the reserves. They can't play any games. The reserves, they can play unlimited times and be pushed up. But yeah, there's a restriction, which I can understand. That's in the league, that is, sorry. It stops, obviously, it stops us flooding our reserves with our first team players and, helping them out. So I understand that. But yeah, it does work a lot like that, actually. It's good, and the reserves, really good players in there. Lots of them could definitely still, have a place in the first team, but yeah, they've just it's panned out in a particular way,
So, first of all, what division does the first team play in, and what division does the reserve team play in?
Yeah, so we play in the Thanet Veterans League. Yeah, there's 3 divisions. We're in the top division, the first, that is. The first are in the top division. The reserves are in the second division. But yeah, it's nowhere near as extensive as the Southern Vets League. Yeah, for example, there are only 5 teams in the Premier Division. Right. There are maybe 9 in 2, and then maybe 9 in 3.
So, in terms of if the reserves get big, they start winning, and say they get promoted to the first division, then what happens? And also in terms of cup competitions, what happens if you guys are paired, against each other?
Yeah, great question. So the first one, Nana, they can't go up a division. They can't join our division. So they're anchored where they are, because they won it last year. And because we're sat in the Premier Division, the league rules won't allow them to move up. So they are, the highest level they can go whilst they have the name, the reserves. As for cup competitions, we were both entered into the Kent Cup. They unfortunately lost their game. So had they not, and there could have been a chance that at some point we might have met in the Kent Cup. We haven't entered them into the London Cup. We've only entered the one team, the first team. And then our league has a kind of an FA Cup thing, which logically we could potentially meet in. And then there's divisional cups, which obviously, as we're in different divisions, we wouldn't play in.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And let's see, how is the conversation between the first team and the reserve team management? And is the ethos the same? If a reserve team manager brings in a quality player, and again, it's his mate or whatever. I mean, and if the first team sees that player, is there a discussion about if that player should move up? And what's the What's the dynamic?
Yeah. So the guy who actually manages the reserves is the guy who set up the club originally. His name's Mark Kidd. I think you've probably had some communication with him to at some point, but Kidder we call him. Yeah. So he's our main gaffer, and then he brought in for half of last season and from now on a guy to manage the first team. And he's a guy called Scott Kennett, who a number of us played for previously under another club when we were much younger. And he and Kidder work very close together. You know, they are constantly in communication. And certainly if there is a player who is standing out as maybe being more suitable for the first over the reserves, regardless of who brought him in, he'll be offered the opportunity. We don't force anybody to play. You know, we had a guy who's a striker, who's played a very good level, and he played one game for the first team, did absolutely brilliant. And then the next week he wanted to play for the Resis. He gave some reason, but nobody forced him. You know, said, "Right, fine. Well, you know, you want to play there, fine. You know, we'd rather you just play." He absolutely bossed it there, and that was the game that we lost. We could have really done with him. But you know, everybody's paying to play nowadays, don't they? We're not getting paid to play, so you can't dictate to people where they play. But in the main, normally it does kind of work in that promotion aspect, if you like. If you're good enough, you get moved up.
I think competition plays a major factor in these managerial conversations because, you know, like you said, you have 5 teams in the division and 9 in second and third, and only 3 divisions. Because if you had as extensive a league as the Southern Vets are, and your reserves are probably like winning stuff or even not winning anything, and they bring, you know, very good players in, because of competition, it will be difficult for the manager to say, you know, well, he's more suitable for first team. So even though we lose him, let him play for first. So you see what I'm saying? And also, if your team was winning and they couldn't possibly want to stay in Division 2 for forever. They couldn't. I mean, footballers want to play at the highest level, isn't it? So if the competition was so much in terms of the teams, the divisions, they will probably hit a point and say, well, we might as well just change our name or be a new team and, you know, start in a different division, you know, and get to some level, because they surely can't be happy with winning Division 2 year in, year out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a valid point, and I personally, I totally agree with that. I'm still in the situation where I'd like to challenge myself to the best of my abilities. I do know there are plenty of guys within the team who maybe don't necessarily have that same drive, and that's not a slur against any of them. It's just reflective of where they are in their lives. You know, a lot of them might be pushing 50, and so, you know, they're still competitive, but they're not particularly fussed about really challenging themselves. But we've got, as a complete club, we've got a really good bond. You know, training sessions, we train every Wednesday, and I say train, it's an hour's kickabout, yeah, on the 4G, and it is always a mix of first and reserves. So it's not like we're completely isolated groups at all. You know, we do mix a lot. Prior to the whole world collapsing, the pandemic, we used to quite regularly go away, maybe twice, at least once a year. We'd go and play in a football tournament in Belgium or France and have a social thing. There was a really good social aspect. So there's a really good bond, and there's none of this, you know, us and them. Although, that just said, I did find out yesterday, and hopefully some of my teammates are watching this, because I did publicise it to them. We did find out, I drove the party bus on the way back yesterday, and we had one of the reserves who came up to play with us, and he told us that they've all got a separate group, and they organised a night out without us. And the rest of us were first team in the car. Like, what's this about? Right. So it just kind of undermines everything I've just said about us and them. Yeah, so.
Oh,
But no, in the main, no. Jokes aside, we have got a really good bond, and it's a potential problem now, but it hasn't yet reared its head.
Thank you so much, Owen. Thank you so much. And I know that I'm looking to do another London Cup show in the near future. So yeah, we will be talking about your team.
Yeah. I don't have to go, by the way, so you don't need to, unless you need to kick me out. I don't know.
Oh, hey. Okay, we'll like keep you in.
Yeah.
And I will add Ashley, who's right now top of Division 2, Sporting Santos. Let me add Ashley to the call. Ashley, how you doing, sir?
Afternoon. Or evening, rather. Evening, guys.
Great. So thank you for your patience. Could you briefly talk about Sporting Santos and your game against Leone Stars yesterday?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Well, first of all, though, Tabrice, congratulations on your award that you got there.
Thank you very much.
Big achievement for you, I know, for what you're doing, and we at Santos do appreciate what you're doing and giving everyone here a platform to be able to talk about these sort of things and the extra stuff. But thank you anyway.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I play for Sporting Santos. We're in Division 2, so just below the Prem. Currently top of that league as well. Played for 1-4. Our game yesterday was against Leone Stars, who I believe Tabrice, Independent, and Nana Catford, you've both played them already this season as well. It was a funny game. We had one of those referees who wanted to be in control, but wanted everybody to know that he was in control of the game, kind of thing. So literally, the game. No. I don't know what goes on at that referee meetings. There's something over there.
Listen. I mean, jokes aside. I mean, it's been 3 times this season that complaint has happened, and I don't know which ref that is, but I think the league are looking into things like that, because I think there's one referee that ref one of the games did the same thing, and I'm happy to say he's no longer on our league.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
Let's a shot at referees, but let's come back to that.
We'll come back to that. So literally 3 minutes into the game, first challenge, yellow card, straight away, given out. Wasn't even really a foul. Maybe I'm biased, but that happened. So we ended up in the first half, there was 4 yellows across both teams and a red card for us also. So we ended up playing from about, I'd say, the 27th, 30th minute, the whole game with 10 men.
Wow. Okay.
Went in at half time, 4-2 up. And then just tried to manage the game really as best as we could. The game finished 6-4 in our favour. So still managed to score more goals with the 10 men. There was an incident, so I just like to say one of their players actually, collapsed on the pitch. So just to send well wishes out to him. More than 3/4 of the game was played, so the ref decided, let's just leave it here. The ambulance came, picked up the gentleman and everything, and we heard today that it was just high blood pressure, and he's stable and in a good condition in hospital. So just like to give him a special mention for that. And that was pretty much the game, a really eventful game. I think a lot of teams, actually I know a lot of teams in our division at 10 men against Leone Stars would have lost that game. They're a physical team, very organised, and they're smart. They learn as the game goes along, and we had to manage that. But again, I guess our record so far in terms of the league and other games says a lot. We don't really concede a lot. And I kind of feel like we shouldn't have conceded as much as we should have. I think we gifted them one, and then another one was a penalty. We already spoke about the ref, so let's not dwell on that too much. But I think, as you'll see from my Instagram post, we said that, you know, hard work builds character, and that's exactly what the team has, character. And we had enough of that to cover all aspects of the game and see it out and get the win yesterday, especially after having a few weeks off as well.
Yeah, and literally, I was going to talk about that, and I would probably say Santos 3 seasons ago would have probably lost that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fair. It's a fair comment to make. Definitely. But, you know, we're talking about this Santos now, Tabrice. We're talking about this one in this day and age, you know, played for 1-4, top of the league, scored 30-something, let in 6. We're talking about this team.
Yeah. Listen, you know, your like record hasn't gone unnoticed. I'm not surprised, and I know that there's a few players that know a few of the independent players.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot, and I know that there's banter, but again, you know, you guys have started really, really, really well, and seeing the overall result, like the 6-4, is like, okay, because in the prediction show, I did say it'd be very interesting to see if the Honest Stars actually kind of got behind your like back four, just see how you guys would actually cope, because again, that's your first game in about 3 weeks.
Well, no, we did actually play London Cup last week. We played a team from Essex called Summers, but we beat them 9-0.
Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, confidence must be high in the camp. That's kind of something I think.
Yeah, it's confident, but it's still to manage it game by game. Yesterday's game's finished now, so we now got another cup game this weekend against a different team, and the focus is shifted there and try to manage that as best as possible.
Yeah, and Dean Morrison said, yes, that's right. Santos and not any sure. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much correct.
I think in the balance of things at the moment, yeah. As it's been good and the momentum's there, the camp's buzzing, and there's a squad there, and we're just all playing for each other, and that's where it is. And I think at this level, it's very difficult to have cover everywhere you need it, especially like with a goalkeeper or your fullbacks or whatever else. If someone drops out last minute for whatever reason, we've kind of got that cover there.
Cool. Okay. Panelists, any questions?
Yeah, Asha.
Yes, it's Barry. So, how you doing, Barry? You all right?
Good evening, Asha. That means that what was you like last year? So your recruitment's been very good during the summer. Did you do a big recruitment campaign?
I think we probably had around 3 or 4 new additions into the team. So I guess we've gone from sometimes being the bare 11 or 12 to more being the 15, the 16, which of course helps massively.
Massively, yeah. Mm. Who is Santos? Is that GT? Is GT played?
He hasn't played for us yet, but he's there with us, yeah.
I think I know who Santos is.
Yeah.
Is it Wesley or Wesley?
You should know.
Yeah, I know who you are. They got a good squad. They've got a very good squad. Watch out for them, guys. Watch out for them. Yeah. They'll be there. They'll be winning or thereabout in the season. 100%. Very good squad, Asha. You've got a very good team there coming up.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
I think the Division 1 teams need to keep their eye on you as well. Certainly. You might cause a big shock this season and win one of the big cups.
I think this is it. But at the end of the day, it's a game, and with a game, anybody can win it on their day. Yeah. Well, and I just think that with that mentality going into the game and just thinking and believing that you can win the game, which we do with every game, then most definitely.
And well, independent to the world. Hey,
shock they've started to come out.
Nice, good.
Actually, I just want to say congrats on your win. I know you guys have a big squad and a very good squad. You started really, really well. And like we said a couple of weeks on this show that you are going to be there and thereabouts at the end of the season.
Definitely.
What I'm thinking of now is, like you say now, you have like 14, 15, 16. I want to wait for December to see what actually happens in the league, because some teams have like 20 strong every single week.
Yeah.
And that does count, especially when you're in all the cup competitions, so
Yeah, I
we'll
think
have another
maybe
chat.
sorry to interrupt you. I think maybe I should have just elaborate a bit more. We do have 19, 20, 22, 23, but the gaffer chooses to take 16.
Yeah.
So that might be
Yeah.
1 week you're in the squad, or the next week you're omitted, or sometimes some people can't make it, but he likes to take 16 players. So there is the extras are there. And unfortunately for some players, that's kind of the nature of the beast. Some weeks you might play, some weeks you might not. So other players are nursing knocks as well. So there's 20. So for example, for Saturday, there was 20 players and we still had 4 players that were out.
Yeah, and I know that you're very organized, Junior, and the lads. They're doing a really, really good job. So all the best.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Nana.
I'd like to ask Asher a question. How old are you, Asher? You don't look like you're over 35.
I mean, what can I say? Blame it on the moisturizer. But nah.
Is it?
I mean,
jokes aside, is it a minimum 35 in the Southern Vets? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Are you allowed two underage players?
No.
Or is that done?
No.
That's done now. Yeah.
That's
same
done.
round, our way.
It's just 35, and if we happen to play each other in the London Cup, you're welcome to answer the cards before the game. It's fine.
Yeah. I think what is happening now is a lot of people are moving from the notion of vets being old,
Absolutely.
big bellied men. And I keep on telling you, will be surprised at how fit the players are, especially Division 1, Division 2, and even Division 3. You will be surprised if you think. I mean, they played open age teams, and they've been given hidings. So anybody who comes in there thinking it's a walkabout football because it's vets, they're in for a nice shot.
Yeah. Same. When I first started playing vets, I had all my friends say, "What walking football?" I had to correct them, and as you said, it's got stronger. That's one of our biggest strengths as a team, is our general fitness in comparison with other teams in our divisions. Our games typically follow a very similar format. First 20 minutes, a bit tight. The rest of the game, our superior fitness generally always wins over, and that's when we typically steamroller teams second half of the first half as well.
Oh, yeah, Asha, could you take your whip cap off, please?
Why?
Just to make sure that you are.
Take my hat off.
Yeah. You want to see your hairline?
No, don't worry. Don't worry about that. My hairline.
I'm literally just
tight.
Literally, I just
No,
there was a comment in the group. So
no,
go on.
Don't worry. They can go to the Sporting Santos page and see me with my Man of the Match award and check my hairline there.
Yeah. Go on, Asha. Go on.
Hashtag 9s and 10s, yeah?
Yeah, man.
So, literally, I just want to say, of course, Santos and Independent are the only 2 unbeaten teams, I believe, probably in all of the leagues. I may be wrong, but definitely in Division 2. So, I think one of them will definitely win this league. We'll have 2 very good teams next season. So, yeah.
Have you played each other yet?
We played previously. We haven't played this season. It's 1-0 in games. We beat them in the league. They beat us in the cup. We'll see them again.
Are you a striker, Asher? Are you a striker?
I mean, by trade.
Yeah.
God,
but
gosh.
What? So you'll come up against the Breeze when you play? He'll be marking you, will he?
I think he'll get sent off.
Yeah, you're damn right. You're absolutely right.
You
I
know,
missed that, man.
I remember
When-
the first game and the league game, and a very organized team. That's when you beat us. I believe it was 1-0. I think you beat us 1-0.
No, it was 2-1. We had 10 men.
Yes, and you guys had like 10 men then actually.
Yeah.
You guys played really, really well. We did beat you in the cup.
Yep. 4-2.
And 4-2. Goal in the back for independent.
We had our striker in goal.
Well,
But I take nothing away from you. You took your chances. Because remember, you was 2-0 up and we brought it back to 2-2. And then you had the extra.
The extra fitness.
Not the fitness. You took your chances, but yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I hope you got this same energy when we see you in the league.
When is it? Asha, when is it? Asha, when is the game? When's the game?
We'll have to have a look. They know. They should know. They should know.
I would love to ref that game.
What? Like I swear down to you.
No.
You know.
No, I'm not going to do it, but I'm saying I would love to. It's a game I would love to ref. I'm not going to do it.
I mean, come and watch. It's not like you'll be winning anything over there, Nano.
Seriously, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I just want to put this in. Nelson's absolutely right. To Bruce, what we're making a starting 11, just saying. So you know what? You won't have me to deal with. So actually, we've had someone said the 20th of November.
Okay. I told you they'd know.
Yeah. But again, that's like we are kind of saying that's if we don't have any cup games, any moments and things like that. You know, it could be. I mean, hopefully, 20th of November. Hey, that's the kind of date that we have. So yeah.
Yeah, man, it'll be a good game. It always is.
Yeah, and and again, before like the game, everyone's again we have a laugh and and a joke. Again, when we start, everyone is looking to win. This is a very competitive division, and again, there's like a lot of players that have played semi-pro, ex-pro players that keep themselves in good nick. And again, it's I can imagine it being blood and thunder. So and again, it's definitely going to be a great game for the neutrals. It'd be definitely a good game to have actually filmed. 100%.
To Breeze, it should be a good game to play.
100%.
A very good game to play. Not just
he's not going to be in their starting 11, so
Yep.
Football, anything can happen in football. I don't know. Football's funny. You never know. You never.
Barry, he's probably going to be a Peppa Pig.
Barry from the Ultimate Football Network. Any questions for Asha?
Yeah, I was just going to ask him what's been his toughest game this season so far.
Our toughest game. I'd say probably the one we had yesterday. To be honest, the 6-4, and I think that's purely because we found us in a position where we had one less player, so we had to learn about ourselves. We had to see, who's got character, who's ready to dig in, and who's ready to get gritty and that. So I think that was just. I think you need those games to see where you're at as a team. They can also bring out a lot of flaws or see areas for improvement as well. So I say definitely that game yesterday. Just want to address comment someone talking about we beat teams with 9 men. Every team we beat has had 11 or more. So let's just get rid of that little rubbish piece of banter there.
Asha is trolling. Don't react to it.
Let's get rid of that. Independent saying you had your keeper in goal. You only won 2-0 yesterday. Your best player was in goal. That's why you won 2-0. You would have won more if he was in the middle of the park.
Ooh, wow. Shots fired.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
You know
He's
what,
the best player there.
Well, you know what? I think with like independent, the squad is strong. The like first 11 can
Yeah.
literally compete with anyone, even the players that we had on the bench and the kind of players that we do have in the squad can actually kind of compete at the kind of highest level.
To breathe.
Coach,
You think Asher don't know already? He's already
Exactly. I don't know why he's chatting this nonsense.
Asher's already identified who they think the best player is. Come on.
yeah, but you know what? I
On
think,
the day, Asher. It's all about on the day.
and in,
It is.
yeah, well, you know what? I think, literally what it is, independent. I'm not saying Santos haven't, but independent have been there and done it in high pressure games. Not saying that Santos haven't, because again, Santos have some amazing players. Like I know a couple of you. Again, this league is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's as competitive as Division 1 because I don't know a lot of the teams in Division 1, but like this is really gonna go down to the wire. No one's gonna run away with this one. And again, I've got like the utmost respect and like love for Santos.
Yeah, likewise.
They can only support Vets like football. They support other kind of teams in our division. They support the channel as well. But also as well, when that was the goals, Asher, if you're bearing down on goal and I've got to take you out, trust me, I'm taking you out.
Well, that's if you can catch him.
Yeah, that first. You wouldn't have done your team no favors there. Red card and a penalty.
Asha, that's if he can catch you. I'm running from Peppa Pig to the pitch. Not gonna happen.
Right. I mean, it'll be a good game, man. It seems you can tell by like the amount of comments there are and how interactive that it's been. That everyone's up for it, and come the day, we will see. I'm confident. My team are confident. I'm sure, and we'll do a show after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
I'm sure Sporting will bring out all their big guns on that day. Be careful, guys. I know they've got a few hidden gems. They've got a few hidden gems for that game. I can tell by Ash's face.
So will Independent. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Where are they based? Where's Santos based?
South London as well. We're both kind of.
Right.
We're both south.
Yeah, you play at Meridian, innit?
No, we play at Bellingham.
Bellingham now, okay.
Yeah. Play at Bellingham.
That's right around the corner for me.
Yeah.
All right.
If it's your day off, you can stroll around, Nana.
Yeah.
No, that was a genuine. That was a genuine.
Yeah, we know it's genuine.
Yeah, no. If I'm free, I'll come watch the game.
Yeah.
That goes for the rest of you as well. To be honest, Wayne, if you fancy coming down from Herne Bay for the day, the sandwiches and rum, you're good.
Oh, brilliant. Ashley, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. And again, Ashley, I'm trying to echo what you said before. Like the comments are just going thick and fast. So like that there's banter and there's respect and love, between both teams. But again, on match day, let's just hope that the better team wins without any controversial decisions. Let's just play with a pure heart. So Asher, thank you so much for coming onto the show.
No problem, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show, rest of the evening, and we'll catch up soon.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Bless, man.
What's up, bro?
See ya, mate.
Cheers.
Wow. So yeah, hey, there's again.
To Bruce, we've got the advantage, isn't it, to Bruce?
Sorry?
We've got the advantage.
Because
we've got the best grassroots footballer.
Oh my God.
Has he forgotten? Have you forgotten?
No,
Don't feed it, Bazar. Don't feed it.
Yeah.
No, listen, again, I like played yesterday. I played like 90 minutes. I felt fine. Yes, it was a very rash challenge in the box. Couldn't really argue with a referee. Yeah, you know what? It was just a lack of concentration. I'm not going to say anything more. But no, like game against Santos will be very, 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 very.
It will be.
During the London Cup, they literally beat their opponents 9, and they've been beating a lot of teams in our division at least by 5 or 6 goals. So yeah, big shout out to the Asher as well, and again a huge support of like what I'm doing. Always available as well. So again, big shout out to like Asher. Nana, as you kind of play for Catford, would kind of look to get to know what's going on there and your game yesterday.
We didn't have a game yesterday. I think they played a friendly. We've not had a game for the last couple of weeks. I mean, all I'll say about Catford is it's a team in building. It's a relatively new team. It's a bunch of really gifted individuals. It needs to be turned into a team, and the sky's the limit. Because I get deja vu when I see what they can do on the pitch. When I mix with the boys that we're playing, I see what they're capable of. I mean, since I joined them, I haven't seen a game where they've been outplayed, but some silly mistakes and lack of concentration have cost them games. Like the game against Leon Stars, for example, hit the bar like 4 times. The goal they scored was it was raining, was from the halfway line. The guy it was even 10 against 11. The guy shot from the middle, keeper slipped, goal. We equalized, and then in the 90th minute, ball over the top, defender slips, striker gets a free run and slots the ball home. So I'm confident that we're going to turn this around. Next week we have London Cup, I believe. Yeah, we have a Division 1 team, not a London Cup. I think it's the League Cup. Johnson and Phillips.
That's Division 1.
So that's Division 1. So it's going to be a really, really good game, and it's time for the boys to stand up and be counted. The results it can't get any worse than it is.
Yeah,
this is the worst that I've seen in my playing career for any team. Yeah. I played one and a half games.
Nana, what is it? You've got 4 games.
They haven't won a game. Yeah, but I'm not built like that. If you see what I'm saying. I played 1.5 games for them. I joined them two games ago.
Yeah.
But we haven't won a game this season, and for me, it's the worst start. It can't get any worse. We need to turn things around like yesterday.
Yeah.
And next week, Saturday is when these boys will come together and prove that they're not in Division 2. We are not in Division 2 by chance. That we deserve to be there. It will turn around. I'm 100% positive it will turn around.
I put Catford as one of my dark horses actually. In this division with the person at the helm, and what like he's looking to do. I was thinking, okay, Catford will be very about, so it will definitely be a very difficult team to actually play against. And just kind of looking at the results, especially against Leone Stars, that I believe that was their first win as well. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I don't know if you saw it in the comments, but like someone kind of mentioned about Catford. Not it's not complimentary, but I mean
I have nightmares about that game, Breeze. I don't know how we lost that game. But when things don't go well for you, they just don't go well for you. Like I said, we hit the bar 4 times. The keeper was incredible. Like I'm talking about proper fingertip saves and that, But hey, that's yesterday.
Yeah.
Next week Saturday,
And needless to say, like Catford definitely need to step up with relegation battle. Could be, it could be. And again, any kind of questions from the panelists?
Can I? And hopefully, I'm not going to touch on something sensitive here. But you used to play for Independent, yeah, Nana? Yeah. What
yeah,
did you leave then? Do you mind me? Is it okay to discuss why you left?
No, it's fine. I think that my journey with them has come to an end, and I'm up for a different challenge. I've got no enemies in Independent. Like you heard me saying earlier on, they're a very good team. I think that they're probably going to win this league or thereabouts. And I wish them all the best. But I have the Catford badge on my chest now, and that's how it's going to stay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions from?
Nana, what do you think's lacking at Catford? What do you think is lacking? You're just saying it's luck, but it can't just be luck. There's got to be more to it than just luck. There's something not right there, isn't there?
Like I said, so for example, I see Catford like Independent 3 seasons ago.
Okay.
When people like new additions came into the team, and there's a bunch of really good individuals, but because they haven't played together for so long, very minute details are missing, so they don't gel like they're meant to. One of the things which happened with the Independent was that there was back then it was LSU. There was that determination, there was a hunger from everybody to win. So even when Independent, we played Defiance, lost 9-1 the season before, and then we played them the next year in a cup game, and we beat them 3-2. And we didn't have the best of players, but because they played together for so long and everybody was willing and dying and fighting for each other, that was the turning point. And I think Catford really, really gifted individuals right now, but not playing as a team.
Yeah.
We didn't have a keeper as well. We've just had one. So I know for a fact that it's going to turn around.
So
some of these guys know the place. Sorry, go on.
Do you think you should have been in the lower division before you've come into the second? It might have been a little step too high since you're rebuilding a whole new squad. Do you think it's a step too high?
I definitely don't think it's a step too high, because if I look at some of the teams in the league, you remember I played some of the teams against some of the teteams in the league, and I've refereed some of the teams in the league. Yeah. So I know the level of this league. But there's, like I said, there's minute details, there's very fine details. A team being organized, for example, very, very organized, is difficult to break down. And there's some very, very little things that separates the men from the boys, if you see what I'm saying. But they will get there. Well, I should say we will get there.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that you keep saying they rather than we.
my mindset is I'm there already. I know where Catford needs to get, and everything on and off the pitch, I'm going to do everything I can to help Catford get where we need to get. You see what I'm saying? My mindset, I hate to lose a game. You know that already. I hate to lose a game, irrespective of division opponent. I hate to lose a game. It really pains me when we lose a game.
Disrespectful. I'm just saying that because I don't know much about Catford. I don't know your squad. I know you did a lot of rebuilding this season. And I know it takes time when you got a new squad together, it takes time. It's like you haven't had time to really gel. A lot of the players have come in and you've just gone straight into League Two. And that's very hard. As a manager, you've got to be kind of lucky to get all your players just to gel, the spirit's there. everything's there straight away, and you're gonna and play such a hard level. So I hope you don't find it, because you're going to be in a survival scrap all the way through if you don't find that level.
Oh, by December it'll be different. When we have that show around December time.
Okay, I've noted that.
I said that.
I've
Yeah,
noted.
yeah. Barry, like, no, you know me. I wouldn't just.
No, you're not the
join the
same.
team when I don't think that they're serious.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that Catford, they're a serious team, serious business, and we just need to get our shit together. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Joel said, I heard that there's some big investment coming.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, dear me.
The oil money coming.
Barry from the Ultimate Sport Network.
No. Do you think Owen can come and do a job for you, Catford?
I haven't seen Owen play, but I'm sure if he comes down and have a play about, if the gaffer sees that, he's good enough, he's good enough. He's in the first team, isn't it? So, and no disrespect to the teams here and further out, they don't have a lot of competition, I'd say. So if you have only 5 teams in your division, you play them week in, week out, the same teams over and over again. But here there's 6-7 divisions, and a Division 4 team can beat a Division 1 team on the day, which Independent did, LSU did. You see what I'm saying? So by all means, you can come down, have a kick about, and then gaffers can take it from there.
Our marker was we played LSU.
Who is this Chris Best? We've been trying to moonwalk past his comments, but he's digging in, keeps on digging in. This guy.
Chris, like, if your name is Chris, please DM me. Of course, I'm not gonna say who you are. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, we played LSU B in the Kent Cup a couple of seasons ago. They come down to us. A really good game. We beat them, and apparently it was the first time they'd been beaten in maybe 2 years. They hadn't been beaten for so long. Yeah, we beat them. They come down.
Hang on, what's the name of your team again?
We were called Tankerton Slayer back then. We were called Slayer FC. Whitstable Tankerton Slayer.
Did you play on? Do you play on 4G?
Yeah, playing 4G.
I think we might play.
Yeah, we played against you.
Oh, what you both played in that game?
Yeah, I didn't play.
We beat you, yeah.
Fabrice, you played that game, didn't you?
Hold on.
It's Sandwich High, Sandwich Technology School.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then literally you've literally got that rope at the top of
Yeah.
Owen, we
That's it.
Owen,
I never remember the teams we beat. Sorry about that, Fabrice. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I just get added to the list, yeah. You were there as well, Nana, were you?
Yeah, I was on the line. I was.
Oh right, okay. So that was our team, yeah.
Hang on, Fabrice. That's a game that I think Ray wasn't around. That Paul managed.
Paul managed that game. Yes. And that whole.
Wow. Yeah, you hadn't lost. You hadn't lost for about 2 years or something. Yeah, was that right or something?
Yep, we hadn't lost a game in almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, a league, yeah. I remember now.
There you go then. So you know us, yeah. And the team's only got better since then.
Yeah. I remember clearly now. Yeah. That's good. It's a small world, isn't it?
Very small world, isn't it?
Small world, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So that was our first marker. Yeah.
You remember Tobias on that day? He had a shit game that day.
That was the game I was on the bench. I came on and then I had to come off because literally I didn't stretch properly. I know, yeah, like it sounds silly now. I'm thinking about it now.
Oh boy!
But I mean, like the team, yeah, that was when we were playing wing backs.
Yeah, we had a long drive and
yeah.
Every time we have a very long drive and we get there, something happens. Every time. But hey, it was a good game.
It was a good game, and I remember, to your credit, you was a centre back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm centre back.
Winning all the balls in the air. I remember.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
that's me.
I'm thinking to myself, just don't pull it onto the centre back's head. You was winning everything.
True story. What can I say? True story. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
What's the score? What was the score? What's the final score?
That's what we're asking. What's the score?
It was close. It was like maybe 1-0 or so. It was 2-1. It was close. Yeah, it was close. Yeah, close game. But it was really good battle. That we obviously were very pleased because you were a good team, best we played for a long time. And then when we heard you hadn't lost for so long, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we owe you one, Owen, ain't it? We owe you one.
Talk it out, Bazar.
Yeah, we owe it one. Yeah, we'll have to come back up there.
Yeah, 100%. No, it was it was a good game.
You not kept that quiet though. You kept that quiet.
We didn't remember. Honestly, we didn't remember. It just clicked.
Not you, Owen.
As soon as he said, and I said, "Hang on." Did you? It just clicked that that was a team because I remember him as a centre back now.
Yeah. It's weird.
And I remember the game now because I know what happened exactly on that day. I remember.
Nino said the management had a nightmare.
Right. Well.
No comments. No comments.
Let's not go there.
No comment.
Oh boy.
Don't take nothing away from Herne Bay.
You know what? You cannot take nothing away because literally, they literally turned up and again solid. There was like no long balls. They were kind of playing it to feet. They knew, every single player knew exactly what their roles were.
What did I say in that first time I was on your show? What did I say about us on the 4G? I back us to beat anybody. I back us to beat anybody in the 4G. Honestly, my teammates have hated me saying that. They keep stuff up. They're like, "Why do you keep saying that?" But that's it. On that 4G or 3G, whatever you want to say, because it's a surface. We can play football.
Yeah.
And we love to play. We yesterday we came a bit unstuck with that, and we did have to resort to a bit of long ball. But yeah, on the 4G, mate, I'd back us to give anybody a good game because we can all play.
It's a small world, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Nana, again, thank you for kind of giving us the update regarding Catholic. Is there anything else that you guys want to say? Because again, it's kind of coming up to 9:30.
No.
About what, to Nana?
No, to like anyone on the panel.
No.
Wow. I think what a very interesting show. What a very, very interesting show. And again, I just want to say, I think Bex football is on the resurgence, and like the more shows that we could do like this, and the more people that we can get on. Again, like we just want to highlight the great work people are doing, and I know for myself, I've been always toying with the idea. Regarding doing like a lot more stuff regarding like the kind of bet side of it, and like again like the amount of support and appreciation that I kind of get from like doing the Saturday show, to even kind of put in certain like teams on my Instagram. It's just been crazy, absolutely crazy. So again, I just want to kind of thank everyone that's supported me regarding like the kind of bet side of it, and it just proves that we also have a voice. We are not the forgotten generation. We all have a journey and a story. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next week I am looking. I don't want to say nothing at this present moment in time, but it could be.
They don't say.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say, but
This guy, he's gonna go and get 3-4 minute tirade and say nonsense and then say, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh,
I may have an ex-pro coming onto the show. It's been like a lot of DMs going back and forth. So, literally, I don't want to say who this particular player is, but there's been just a lot of conversations. That's all I can say. But again, like the two Barrys, man, like, again, you guys have supported me so much regarding like the journey, and again, like, with this award, it's kind of not just for me, it's for you guys. Honestly, it's literally for like.
Oh, well done, Tabrice.
Yeah, well done, Sabrina.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And listen, you know what? It's a kind of collective. Yes,
Well deserved, Tabrice. Well deserved.
I've got a mic and and a camera, but without you guys, I don't have any
yeah.
content. So thank you for allowing me to speak, and thank you actually kind of coming onto like the show. And yeah, I was absolutely shocked, absolutely gobsmacked. I didn't know that I came second until the actual award ceremony. I've actually got some videos. I took my dad and my brother with me. Of course, I think people know that. I almost lost my dad at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So kind of literally that kind of changed my whole perspective on life and the content and but seeing him kind of pull that through that, I was like, okay, I have to make more of a conscious effort, to actually get him involved in what I do. Again, kind of, I know he's proud of me, but again, just kind of, take him along with the ride, and he really enjoyed it. And again, my dad's funny, so there's a booklet of like all of the nominees. I think it's about 6 or 7 pages long, and we were literally on our table with other people. We had 2 like podcast platforms, and we had Club Mondial, or like a kind of a publication magazine. And everyone's drinking and whatnot. So my dad takes out the book, and as the award ceremony is going on, he's kind of writing in the book. Like no one's really kind of paying like attention. And then halfway through, like everyone's looking at him, banter, saying, oh, like my dad's doing crosswords and like he's bored. I don't really pay my dad any attention. I was kind of listening. I was like just trying to take everything in. Anyway, now, so once the award ceremony finishes, we kind of take a picture together, and then my dad passes me the book, and like he said, look, what I've done, I've marked down all of the winners so you can contact. So like the award ceremony was literally from 7 till 11. He's literally listened to everyone and he's marked down all of the winners in each category and said, you know what, if you kind of want to contact the winners, I've marked everyone down, so literally you don't have to second guess.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that, and that's my dad.
Legend, brilliant,
legend, absolute legend. And of course, like my brother, I've always said, and I will literally say it right now. My brother was I don't know how. I mean, he's a kind of better footballer than me, 100%. All of the scouts, everyone wanted to see him, not me. And then my brother just wasn't. Honestly, yeah, you know what?
Well, that's no surprise.
Yeah, no, honestly, like it's really not not a surprise. But again, like he's like one of my biggest supporters. Like he's always calling me, he's always kind of sending me texts of support, yeah, like again, just kind of bringing those two together and just kind of like a family of men just to go down and just to have a good time, and both of them enjoyed it. It's like wow, like it does feel like the Oscars. Everyone was dressed up to the nines. Sky was there, BT was there, Bobby was there, like some big players, and again to actually come second in in the UK, best non-league creator, it's just amazing. But I know as well, like this is literally where the hard work starts, but also as well, I will never forget my day ones. I will actually never forget the people that have kind of been there and supported me. So again, thank you so much to everyone. Yeah, that's my But that's my speech done for like next year until I win it.
Well done to Reese. The sky is the limit.
Thank you so much. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you love grassroots football, if you love Vets football, if you just love football in general, please like and subscribe. And as you can see on people's I'd say handles, we have Catford legend or to be legend Nana. I know Catford have a page. We have Owen Williams from Bay Vets, and again, Owen hasn't said too much, but Owen is a huge player, not only in football but also in business as well. And I've had the pleasure of literally talking to him behind the scenes about so much other stuff, which I'd love for Owen to actually come on, possibly in the next couple of weeks to literally talk about that. But again, thank you so much, Owen. Barry from the Ultimate Sports Network. Again, every time I call Barry, it's almost an hour-long conversation, and it's literally all football related. Again, over 3,000 contacts. He's put me in contact with crazy amounts of people, and he's just always talking about football. He's always looking at the next moves, the next opportunities. And again, thank you so much, Barry. And Coach Barry. The first time I spoke to Coach Barry, again, I'm sure it's about a 2.5 hour conversation. And the amount of knowledge, support, and again, his network and his kind of contacts, he's always available. And if you message him, if you could message Coach, he may not get back to you straight away, but he will always either give you a call or send you an emoji. He's always there. And I'm truly honored to actually have you guys on the show. Honestly, it's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Again, I keep saying, anything that I can do to help, please let me know. And again, that's a kind of genuine thing. Honestly, absolutely genuine when I can say that to you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you for all of the viewers that have been watching. My name is Fabrice. I am the best centre back. Listen, I should be starting against Santos. 100%. I should be starting.
You got a message to the manager.
Listen,
I think Chris Best is Jamex.
Yeah.
It's Jamex.
We will see. Honestly, guys, I am the best centre back around. I am the best centre back.
Oh, shut up.
So, guys,
that's about rubbish.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Oh boy,
nice one.
Sorry, I actually put on the wrong intro. I'll say wrong outro. Let me kind of do it again. Thank you guys for watching. Outro.